You're listening to Lyfe and Shyt. I'm Danielle Walker.
And I'm Tommy Walker.
Join us as we talk about our journey overcoming fears, boundaries, marriage, family, lifestyle, business, and whatever other shit you can think of.
We're individuals that came together to create one unit with one mind and one goal. What?
Hey, baby.
What's going on? What was that?
I was like, what is this for? We just gonna be talking. We just gonna be talking.
Oh, my iPad. Oh, I'm studying. Yeah, today is one of those like, yo, just freestyle. We just talking, having a conversation. Yeah, I want to know how your day was.
How my day was? My day was crazy. It was hectic. It was it was smooth, and then I got a case of the Mondays because everything kind of fell, and you know when things just don't work out, you pack up everything and then you go to the car, like you walk all the way to the car, and then you're like, okay, where? Oh, keys. You got to go back to the office.
Yeah, 1,000%. A case of the Mondays. And it's funny that you said a case of the Monday, because I asked you, I was like, shit. I was like, you got the case of the Mondays?
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with our accountant, and she was asking me about Monday. And I was like, I fucking love Monday. And she was like, really? Why? And I was like, because I don't give a shit about what day of the week it is.
It's so true.
I was like, Monday is no different than Tuesday, Friday. It's all the same.
Yeah. But when you said you got a case of the Mondays, I was like, you know what? I didn't, but I think maybe I do.
Yeah. And you made me go back and forth to the car twice because the keys I was like, God damn.
Yeah, exactly.
You are stressing today.
Yeah, like I left my phone in the car because I had a meeting at 9:00 and I was at the coffee shop handling business until 9:25, and so I didn't get to my meeting until 9:30. Then I had another meeting at 10:00. Then I had another meeting at 11:00, and I couldn't get to the 11:00 meeting on time because I was late for the 10:00 meeting, and the 10:00 meeting rolled over. And then my 11:00 was like, hey, like I'm ready. You carve out time in your schedule for me to sit with you, and then I'm not there. So that's a little crazy. And then my 1:00, and then on top of that, you had me scheduled for 10:30, and then 11:00 that you say you don't have to be on that call, but I'll just tell you what's going on. It's like, babe, I really want to be on those calls, but so there's that.
Nah, you got priorities. It's all good.
Yeah. I mean, but still, those are important calls that I do want to be a part of.
They was financial calls.
Yeah.
And financial calls are never fun. No. We have a CFO, so we have a fractional CFO that we meet with once a week, and then we have the accountant and the bookkeeper all on the call. So it's always financial Mondays.
Yeah, and I need to know this as well. So my meetings are on Mondays, and you changed it all to Mondays as well. So I gotta try to balance my thing in there now.
Well, because it was better than having financial Fridays.
Damn sure better than having financial Fridays. I don't know. Fridays is like, I don't want to sit here and meet like 2 hours about finances. And I don't know if anybody knows, but financial meetings are not fun because they're basically just telling you that you don't have money and you can't spend any money.
Make more money.
Yeah.
That's 1,000%.
That's what's been going on with us for the last couple of months.
It's like the ups and downs. Like, oh, I didn't know that. They don't teach you that in entrepreneur school. Everybody, you want to be an entrepreneur? You better. It starts in your own bank account.
It's so true. And you know what's funny, babe? Me and you have the same day, but different, right? Mm-hmm. So how was your day? And I didn't even go through the whole entire day, right?
That was just this morning.
Stopped. Yeah,
1,000%. So we, like you said, we showed up to the cafe because we had to meet with the contractors. So our cafe was built, and we've been under construction for 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. And the cafe was built with no internet and phone capability. None. So we couldn't. So right when we had AT&T come out, we was like, yo, we're gonna get internet. We're almost there. POS system, all this cool stuff, and AT&T says, so where's your internet cables? I was like,
you tell us. We don't know.
I'm like, I don't know. So
isn't that an AT&T thing?
We're on the phone like, where the fuck are the cables at then? And we're looking around the entire. Now we're on the phone with the contractor.
Walking around the company.
Yeah.
I mean
the whole building.
The building.
We got the property manager, we got the maintenance guy, we got the contractor, we got AT&T, and everybody is looking like there are no internet lines inside the cafe. It's a cafe.
Yeah.
We can't be a cafe without internet.
Absolutely not.
So we was able to do that today finally, and that
Yes.
was a month ago that we realized that. So finally got the cable running, so now we can finally get internet in the cafe.
Finally.
I don't know if we're gonna have a phone, but we'll find out. We'll see how that pans
See
out.
how it works out.
No, I don't want to put that out there. People be like, we can't call the mental bar.
That's funny.
No, you could.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Even
So-
if we have to do an internet phone.
So those guys was cool. Like we got that knocked out, and then like you said, we got to the office, and then it was for me it was the financial meetings, which is that's my wheelhouse. So I had to deal with that, and of course you got your employee stuff that you have to deal with, and then we had to go into interviews. But before we even get into all the afternoon side of it, yesterday. We had a really dope time. So within the last 24 hours, you actually have my day. It's a full 24 hours, right? Shout out to our boy, MT, producer of the show. He invited us to Soul Sunday, and I can't say it like how
Soul Sunday.
If they did it like that, that would have been hilarious.
That would
but
be
they didn't.
amazing.
But it was a vibe, though.
It was amazing. It was a great time.
It was really good time. It was in a courtyard, which is in downtown San Diego on the East Village side. So we had a great time with friends, and then even ran into some people that we know, of course.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the band and the musicians, live music. We sat on stage. I felt kind of important sitting on stage. I've never sat on stage before.
No, I never sat on stage.
That was
either.
cool.
Like the entertainers were in front of us, and then in front of them was the audience, and then we were in back of the band. So it was like we were part of the band, right? Like we get up and dance. People, I don't know, it was just different. It's a different experience. It was cool though.
Yeah, and that was after getting the office all set up.
Oh yeah.
Because we got new furniture, and we had to have a contractor come through and kind of put some stuff together for the office. So now it looks like a legit work location.
Yes, looks like office space.
Yeah, it's a cool space now.
Yeah.
So if you're in San Diego, you can come check us out.
Yeah.
The Walk With Me headquarters. and then we went to the concert, and then coming into today, I was like, man, we don't usually hang out like that on a Sunday night.
Yeah,
we was hanging out.
This is true, because after the concert, we went over to Chef's. Shout out to Chef SD.
Yeah, shout out to Chef SD.
Yep, went over there and I just kind of hung out over there. Nice music playing and had some good drinks, and then we left.
Yeah, because we had bedtime.
Yeah, and we were probably the oldest people there. But that's another story.
Probably the oldest people in the building. Yeah, there's a 95% chance. Yeah, and then too, when you're over 40 though, like hanging out after 11 is like.
Hey! It was I don't know. He's saying words.
What?
Are we saying numbers?
I'm talking about me.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm 40 and some months.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't say something about
people that know
my
us
age
already know. We ain't even gotta hide that. If you know us, you already know.
It's not about hiding it. It's just like you know. It's like when you start throwing around. It's like, God, you're over 40.
you just eat it, homie. Just eat it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, just eat it.
I don't want to.
It's your new world. That's your ecosystem. Your age is your ecosystem.
It's true, but nah. Like I might.
You still look good.
No, thank you, baby.
Yeah,
Thank
you get a lot of compliments from the young women.
I do. You're right.
So you gotta own it. You give a lot of compliments to people that's in their 60s.
That's true.
Think about it.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You're gonna be coming of age every decade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so then this afternoon, we went through a whirlwind this afternoon.
We did.
So after all of your meetings, and then I'm running you out of the office because we have interviews.
I had no breakfast, by the way, and barely had lunch.
I think that's one of our biggest issues is like nourishment.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So then what we eat for lunch today?
Popeyes.
This
Yeah.
is the last time we had
Popeyes. And, man, and literally made my stomach turn.
As much as we talk about
good,
health and eating right, and I didn't eat the biscuit, and I had coleslaw.
Yeah, I didn't
so
eat
that's
the
me
biscuit.
eating healthy at Popeyes. Yeah. So if you want a recommendation on what to eat, try to go for the vegetable. Like I'm a meat and vegetable, so I had the chicken and the coleslaw. I didn't eat the biscuit.
I know. I was thinking in the car today after I was like, my stomach is like tore up, and it's kind of been messing with me. Like, I don't usually go through this, but now I'm going through this, and I'm like, ugh. Like I guess I gotta kind of watch what I eat, you know. And I took steak all the way out of my diet for the whole month of August, right? Which is not easy for me because I eat a lot of steak. But I'm like, and then I took alcohol out, and that's not easy for me. I was like, what the fuck am I? Am I like a 35-year-old 60-year-old man or something. Like,
going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
right
like I want to eat steak and drink red wine and liquor and whiskey afterwards. Like, I'm gonna drink some wine with my steak and I'm gonna have a solid whiskey afterwards. What the hell?
I'm all good with whiskey and some salmon or fish or anything like that. But you know, I learned that early.
Vegetables. I love vegetables. Now I'm just like, yeah, I prefer not to eat vegetables.
Why did you do this cutout? Like, what's the point of? Because you started that this month, so every week you've been cutting things out. Why?
Just because I wanted to kind of get a grip on myself. My birthday just passed in July, and I felt like I kind of overindulged. Not even kind of. I overindulged on my birthday, right? I ate whatever I wanted. I had all the desserts. It's my birthday, right? Like, it's my birthday month. Like, we went out to dinner, and I mean, every time we went out, I had steak. Like, I know, you know, it's like, I'm having a steak. It's my birthday, you know what I mean? So I was like, I probably need to cut back, you know? And there's one thing that me and you always practice, and that's not overindulging until the doctor tells you that you can't do it, right? So we are
1,000%.
Yeah, we're very conscious of like what we eat as far as like overeating it or like over drinking or whatever. So I kind of just felt like it was time to cut some things out. I have a lot of family members that have high cholesterol, diabetes, like it literally runs in my family. So to know that means that I can't do it. I can't do that. I have to cut back on certain things. And I'd rather do it myself than to have someone else do it for me or tell me that I can't do these things, you know?
Yeah. So what was the strategy about doing it? Like, so it was something different every week. So every week you were like, all right, I'm cutting this. Next week I'm cutting this.
Yep. This was I remember, excuse my ignorance. It's a Jewish holiday, right, where they take something away. I believe once a week. That's similar to what I'm doing. And I remember my friend was doing it for Lent. They take something away for Lent, right? And I was like, I love that, but I'm not, you know, I don't celebrate or anything like that. But that's where I got the idea.
Let's make sure we correct that because we don't want nobody to hate nobody.
Yeah. I said, make sure. It's not Jewish?
It's not Jewish.
I'm sorry. What is it?
It's Catholic.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah, because she did the Ash, Wednesday, and then after that was Lent.
People hating us.
Hey, I said excuse my ignorance because I did not know for sure. So thank you for correcting me. That's here for my partner. So yes, it's nothing that I just came up with it, right? It's something that she'd done, and I was like, you know what, I kind of liked that, and I like the taking it away a little bit at a time instead of just kind of saying, okay, I'm not doing any meat, I'm not doing any of this and that, you know. It was like, okay, and then it was like, okay, so what am I going to give up next week? And it's like, and then that urge inside of me to want to overindulge in it before, and I was like, okay, that's not cool, you know. And then when the Monday come, it's like, I should have ate ice cream because I took the sweets out, right? I should have ate ice cream last night. So of all those things, alcohol I added on, right? It wasn't one of the weeks, but I added it on the first week because I said might as well take away alcohol and steak or red meat at the same time. But that one didn't quite pan out the way that I wanted it to. So that's the only one that I've struggled with.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And I mean, after a day like today, you definitely want to like, and that's the thing about alcohol. We always talk about this is if you had a good day, you're like, fuck, it was a great day, let's celebrate, let's drink. And then if it was a terrible day, you're like, oh, fuck this day, I need to drink.
Yeah.
So after the meetings, you had, how many meetings you had this morning?
I had 4.
4 meetings this morning.
I didn't even talk, 4.
4 meetings, one of them with one of our team members from the Philippines.
Yep.
Right, and then you.
So it was midnight. It was midnight for her.
Yeah. She was up at midnight to meet with you, and then you welcome one of our new team members that's in the Philippines.
Yes.
Who's a new recruiter.
Yes.
So that I wouldn't call it a meeting, but he was
chimed in to say, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the team, type thing.
So 4 meetings, and then how many interviews this afternoon?
We had 8 interviews.
8 interviews.
8 interviews.
That we knocked out together.
Yep.
In a hot cafe.
And a hot as hell cafe. You was sweating your ass off, babe. Sweating balls. Like with the paper towels. It's like no one else is sweating. He's like, I'm so sorry.
What'd that look like? Like, I mean, I don't. If I was being interviewed, and the dude that owns the cafe is across from me sweating his ass off.
But his wife is calm and cool right next to you. I wasn't sweating.
With the nice silky shirt on.
That's not even sweaty. Like, she's like, I like your shirt. It looks so flowy.
I got my sleeves rolled up. I'm sweating.
I never rolled my
profusely.
sleeves up.
Paper towels drenched. I'm like, and I'm closer to the door, and they're just looking at me, smiling like, "Yo, sweaty Eddie Kane looking motherfucker."
You're so right. But you wasn't sweating that. Well, yeah, you were
No,
sweating that.
it was hot.
But you were wiping. It
Yeah.
wasn't so bad.
Trying to interview at the same time, trying to be cool with the interviewer. Like, so why you want to work for us?
Yeah, you're a cool interviewer guy too. You're like, let me tell you our story. And I was like, oh, okay. You just like run it every time. I love that.
Yeah, and the interviewees were pretty cool. Like, because we're, if for those that don't know, the Mental Bar is almost ready to rock and roll as far as the retail space. So, check out thementalbar.com and let us know what you think. But the retail space will be open by next month.
Yes.
And now we're doing interviews, trying to get the team, build the team out.
Yes.
So
exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, so we had interviews today. We got interviews on Wednesday.
Yep.
And everybody came in and it was just like, oh, wow, this looks cool. And, some of the questions, we ask questions. It's like we don't do like regular interviews. Like it's not like a panel and we want to know how great you are.
We don't want them to be nervous. We want them to be
comfortable,
yep.
right? Yeah.
Like, and anyways, when people are comfortable, then they tell you more, right?
Exactly.
They're just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like,
and what
keep
was
talking.
was they telling us? Felt like it was therapy. It was like, yo, all right. I think the interview was over 20 minutes ago.
Maybe people could talk to us. That's why I say we could be counselors. They're just like, and then. And Tom's like, no more and then.
Yeah, I was like, yo, all right. I got a history lesson today.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, oh, shit. Like, what year was that? When was this? So when you do interviews, you never know what you're going to get. And I always like to open up like, yo, this is just a conversation. So legit, that's exactly what it was. It was a conversation.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. I want you to tell me a little bit about you. I'm tell you about the job, and if it works, we're gonna make magic.
And and the cafe is like, it's construction. It's dirty. We got trash everywhere. And people were just like, wow. I'm sitting there like, oh, like you have no idea the stress that we went through trying to build this motherfucker. And then the one girl kept saying, it smells so good in here. We got a big ass bag of trash over here. I'm sweating.
I was like, is it me? I don't know.
Yeah, I was like this. I was like, it's working.
You're so silly.
How many people did we hire today?
We hired 6.
6 people.
Yep.
That's pretty dope. Out of the 8.
Out of the 8.
2 of them we were on the fence about. That's one thing about being an employer, right? You want to give and for me, I feel like I want to give everybody the opportunity, and then if you prove wrong, then it's like, all right, obviously.
Oh my God, I've done that too many times.
Yeah, you have.
Oh my gosh,
you have.
Because I did all the hiring on the other side of our other company. So in the beginning,
and that's why I don't like doing interviews, because I want to give everybody. So I understand. and then when they come in, I'm like, hey, why the hell you hired this person? And then now I'm like,
because they convince you.
How?
They're so nice, or they're so like.
That's what it is.
You want to help them, and they want to help you. They want to work for you, and it's like, oh, and it's like, but I don't know if you're gonna work good.
As a business owner, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna hire people that shouldn't be a part of your company. By all means, if I could give you 2 cents, and it's gonna be worth 2 cents. Make sure your interviews are revolved around your values.
Yes.
So if people believe in your values, then there's a better chance that you're going to hire the right people. They might not stick around.
True.
But at least,
they believe in your values.
They believe in your values, and then, they may do something that you have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But today, a lot of people believed in our values.
Yeah, that was dope.
One girl said she was intrigued by African American history and wanted to know if we was going to sell African American coffee. And I was like, huh, there's no such thing as African American coffee. So you had to also educate them.
African American roasters, African coffee.
Yeah. I was like, are you sure you know coffee?
Yeah. That was cool though.
It was.
And then the way people came in and they were like, it just feels so peaceful, and that's the thing that we always like put out. So I love that they pick it up like right as soon as they walk in. It's just like, like the Mental Bar, that was pretty dope. And people researching us and following us and stuff like that. Like, I follow you on Instagram. I'm like, what?
That was cool.
Okay. Like, I know you guys.
It goes back to and I think you taught me this back when I was a young boy, my early 20s, researching the company that you're going to interview for.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't do that no more.
Nah, they don't. It'd be like, do you know what we do? Nope. Do you know?
Have you ever heard of us? Nope. How'd you find us? Indeed. You got to blame it on Indeed. Right? Hey, everybody's like, Indeed. You didn't go to the website? Nope.
Yeah, you didn't even go Google us at all? Nope.
No, nothing. And the ones that do, those that's how you set yourself apart.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
You set yourself apart by just
legit.
And I tell the kids this all the time. We have 4 kids, and all of them are in their little phase of life, right? And it's all different. And I tell them all the time, all you got to do is just one extra thing, and it sets you apart from everybody else. That's it.
Yeah.
So the young lady that says she followed us on Instagram. You hired. Just like that.
You took the next step.
Yeah, you took the next step. And then the other young lady that was like, "Oh, can I get a tour?"
Yeah.
And she wanted to walk around and ask the questions.
Yep.
And she was inquisitive.
Yeah. She's like, what's going to go here and what's going to do that?
She was hired.
Yeah, definitely. Their excitement. They excited us. You know, they
exactly.
was like, that's what we need.
Yeah. But the guy that says, "I want to help you grow this company. I got ideas already." Okay, we haven't even opened. You already ready to take us to the next level? That sounds great. You know who we are? Nope.
Yeah. You know what we're about?
Nope. Not hired. Just like that.
We want to take us to the next level, so that was good. Let's see, that's me. You want to take us to the next level?
I have no idea what that means.
I know. You're right.
And then after all those interviews, I mean, it was a great day, right? After Popeye's chicken. Still feel bad about that. We come to record our show tonight.
Yes.
We're here on the podcast,
yes,
enjoying a delicious wine. So we didn't talk about this earlier, but it's a great time to talk about it now. This wine is made from flowers.
Yes, it's hibiscus.
It's a rose hibiscus.
A rose hibiscus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I thought it was Roseanne hibiscus. This was the
rose hibiscus. That's the name of it.
Oh, so the flowers that are in it.
Yeah, and it's
hibiscus and rose.
It's Free Range Flower Winery is the name of it. The owner is Aaliyah Natutu, and cool thing is if you've seen another episode, we had Longevity Wines, which is owned by Phil Long, and Longevity Wines, another great winery up in North California. He opened up his where he makes the wine at.
The little space.
Yeah, he gave a space to Aaliyah for her to do her thing because she was doing her own thing, but in a smaller and kind of grew out of that. So they start working. Working together, and he was like, "Yo, here's a little space to come do your thing."
Good looking.
No competition. Zero competition. No. I mean, granted.
Totally different wine.
It's 2 wineries, right? But totally different product.
Yeah.
And this wine, 0 grapes. And this is an old school thing, so I've never knew about this.
Yeah.
And now I'm allergic to plants and flowers and all this stuff. So
just waiting for you to puff up.
Yeah. So our producer MT, he comes in. He's like, "Yo, you got to try this wine." And the first thing I didn't want to tell him, I was like, "It's made from what?" Said it's all flowers.
You ain't want to tell him flowers can kill you.
I ain't want to tell him. Yo, you might see me in here with some swollen eyes.
It's so good.
But it's so delicious. It is delicious. So if you're interested in trying something different, Free Range Flower Winery, Aaliyah Natutu. Super dope. Check them out. Look them up online. And she has a background in science. And
that's dope.
Like I said, this is not new. This is an old product, but the flavors and the taste is kind of 21st century kind of stuff.
It tastes like a glass of like flowers.
Super. Oh man,
literally,
it's
floral. It really opens on your tongue. It's delicious.
Refreshing.
It's really refreshing. Really refreshing. Delicious.
That's super dope. So. This is Life and Shit.
This is Life and Shit.
Table talk.
Love you.
Love you. Do us a favor. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Leave a review. Let us know what your thoughts are. That's the only way that this show is going to be successful. And we appreciate you. Talk with you next time.